Hello and welcome to the next Lukozer retro game review video. You have to somehow try and put up with the annoying distortion that's being picked up over the microphone. There's currently no fix for it. It's a shadow play issue. I'll see if I can do something about it in Windows Movie Maker before I upload this. Anyway, so this is Hunchback, which was released by Ocean in 1983. The thing I remember most about this is that it was the first Commodore 64 game I know of that had a television advertising campaign. This is a game that I did have back in the day. I did get it in 1983. I think it was bought for me as a birthday present, if memory serves. This is also an arcade coin-op conversion. I have never seen the arcade coin-op. In fact, I may even have to look for the main ROM for it, because I'm interested to see what the arcade version looks like. Well, semi-interested anyway. So, let's get a game underway. Why does it play Teddy Bear's Picnic? What the fucking hell relevance does that piece of music have with this game? Oh, I knew I'd fuck that. I can't believe I fucking lost a life on level 1. There we go. Now, you don't actually score any points until you ring the bell at the end of the level, no matter what you do during it. So you can see the Crusader climbing up the wall. No, I'm not meant to just walk off the edge like that. The quicker you can get through the level, and therefore have him further from actually reaching you, the more you score. But he is effectively a walking time limit. Once he gets onto the... Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, I thought I'd fuck that. Once he gets to the top, he'll just carry on walking towards you. And, yeah, you can't jump over him or anything. So you've got to get to the edge of the level before he gets anywhere near you. The method I'm using here to get through the level is not a good one, just taking a run up and then hoping that that's enough to get you over the fucking obstacles. Thought I'd fuck that. Yeah, this level is a bit of a cunt, because if you've not got to it before, you're unaware about that happening. Clearly I have got to this stage multiple times though, so I am well aware of it. So because I got 5 levels in a row, that gets me the super bonus. If you lose a life, that super bonus gets completely reset, so you have to do 5 consecutive levels without losing a single life. But this is, this is it. Get your way through the 16 levels to try and rescue Esmeralda. Yeah, I knew I'd fucking got that one. This is the first of the levels that are somewhat tricky. The game is not difficult, but yeah, I am making a bit of a meal of it. Ah, okay, I thought I fucked it. Oh, fuck that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I can't remember what this level is. Do they come behind me? No. But they do come along a hell of a lot quicker. Fucking yes. Ah, no, not far enough. So, to my shame, I never actually completed this game. The furthest I got was something like about level 13 out of the 16. So, yeah, I am pretty... and then it's got a fucking... there you go. End. So despite being a simple game and all that, it's yeah, there are some quite deviously tricky levels. Okay, let's have one more go and see if I can do any better this time. While we are having this go, we'll get on with the review. So, graphics. For 1983, I think the graphics are pretty smart. They're very well defined. They're very clear. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job on them. Audio, well, the Teddy Bear's Picnic jingle is a bit shit, and also a pretty shit choice of, tune. The sound effects during the game are somewhat sparse, but they all work very well. Again, it's clarity, just as it is with the graphics. So I think the audio is fine, and say graphics are fine. And gameplay, I mean, it's not a bad game, you know, it's not terrible at all. It is somewhat simplistic, but then, you know, 1983 games frequently were. I find myself comparing this to Pitfall quite a bit. I mean, there are some very obvious differences, but there are also some notable similarities. So, yeah. That's not to say that that's, is not a good comparison. I mean, Pitfall is a decent game as well, so, you know, being similar to Pitfall is not a bad thing. I fucked it. Oh, fucking hell. So I got the super bonus there. I mean, each level does get progressively more difficult, as, you know, it just as it should do, but you do also get a bit of a respite, because I think it might even be this next level. Yeah, it's the return of level 2 with the rope, so you are thinking, oh, okay, so I've got a bit of a break from the difficulty, it's getting easier. And then you get to, these stages now, they do start to get somewhat tricky. But it's one of those games where just about anybody can play it. It's, you know, it's one that hardcore gamers can, you know, just constantly keep on going at and probably be able to whiz through the whole fucking thing without losing a life. but it's also a good one for casual gamers. I remember back in the day, my mum was a big fan of this game. She was certainly not what you would call a gamer, but yeah, she did like this one. Oh, that's nowhere near. Oh, fucking 5 lives to try and get through this fucking level. You can bet your fucking life I won't do it. Oh, that was not even close either. Right, enough of this fucking taking run-ups. Let's actually try and... Yeah, okay, that worked. The thing is, it's random as to whether or not these arrows will appear above or below you. That's fucked it. So anyway, so I can't, you know, memorise the pattern because I have no idea where the arrows are going to actually, you know, be fired above or below. I'm taking way too long on this fucking level. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, well, game over. So how do I score it? It's not a bad game. So it is quite simple, but its simplicity is part of its appeal. I will score it 7 out of 10. It's, I mean, I'm sure just about everybody who had a Commodore 64 at least played this game. They may not have actually owned it, but if you weren't around back in, actually, if you weren't around back in the day, you're going to say it's shit, you know, because it's old. But yeah, if you are one of those people who didn't play this back in the day, then yeah, it's worth rooting out. If you did have it back in the day, root it out anyway and have another go. It's not a bad game at all. So yeah, I score this 7 out of 10. So that is Hunchback done. That is this video done. So yep, we will see you at the next one.